Good day, this is your most preferred YouTube channel, Nation Voice Star. My name is Angelo. Thanks for joining us. There has been an expose on what Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, plans to do in 2027. You know, when the supporters of the APC are talking about 2027, they say it with a lot of confidence, like they know what is going to happen after 4 years. We never knew that they had a plan off their sleeves. This is the main reason why we are bringing these updates to limelight. Alright, so it's been exposed in this documentary how Bola Ahmed Tinubu plans to achieve another 4 years in 2027. Remember that he achieved the last election through a cunning means, snatching, grabbing and running away with it, where he involved the Independent and National Electoral Commission, INEC, and then he also involved the judiciary from the Supreme Court, from the Court of Appeal up to the Supreme Court. Now, this is the case. He plans to use the judiciary again to suppress Nigerians and take power again in 2027 after his first tenure in office. Nigerians kept quiet and allowed the first one to happen, but I don't know if Nigerians will allow the second one to happen. So I will be exposing how Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to achieve this by using the judiciary. Yes, he wants to use the judiciary because he knows that the pending cases of his certificate forgery, his perjury, and then his narcotic dealings in US in the past are still pending. There are also some unresolved cases in court which he knows will be brought before the judiciary sometime in the future. So he has decided to pay the judiciary back by extending the retirement age of all Supreme Court justices. Of course, he has one person in mind when he's doing this. You know who that person is? I will not say anything. Listen and watch the documentary. After you watch the documentary, then you will know who he has in mind for extending the retirement age of Chief Justices in the Supreme Court. And then I will tell you something surprising. It will shock you. Please stay tuned. Ahead of his plans for a second term, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is tinkering with the idea of increasing the retirement age of Supreme Court justices from 70 years to 75 years to enable the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, remain in office until after the 2027 elections. Tinubu sees Ariwoola as the only corrupt, loyal and stubborn Supreme Court justice who can shield him from the many more litigations coming ahead of his planned second term. Ahead of 2027, Bola Tinubu will be dealing with his academic frauds and his criminal past, matters that have not been fully resolved in court. Justice Olukayode Ariwoola is due for retirement in 2025. If that happens, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, who was banned by the United States for election offenses, is expected to take over as CJN. Yes, you've watched the documentary there. Yes, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, the best friend, the best judicial friend of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the same man that was seen walking by the wheelchair sometime in Paris after the election in order to sway the judgment in the favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The same Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, who was allegedly in charge of the Supreme Court when all these things went wrong. Alright, he was the CJN, I beg your pardon. So, you can't expect much. Now, if you don't know, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola will be retiring in some years' time. And if he retires, he won't be able to be there to, sway the judgment in favor of Bola Tinubu, just like he did last year. Alright. So, the plan of Bola Tinubu is not only to appreciate the judiciary for what they have done for him in the past, but to also put them in the knowledge of what will happen in the future by extending the retirement age of chief justices, that means Olukayode Ariwoola, would remain on seat and still do the same magic he did for him last year, for him to suppress everything pertaining to his perjury, his certificate forgery, his narcotic dealings in the US, and any other, post-election matter that will come before that honorable court, because he knows very well that he can't win again with what he has done to Nigerians in the last few months, and he knows very well that it must be challenged again by whoever will contest him that time. So that's to tell you that our president is never very straightforward. He's always looking for a dubious means to achieve his aim, and he has been exposed finally. All right. Yes, I wouldn't say much on that, but I would keep an eye, and I would ask you to keep an eye on Justice Kekere Ekun. Justice Mobolaji Kekere Ekun is somebody that is also dubious. She has been banned already from going to the US because of her involvement in electoral matters. She was also corrupt. So even if she is there, she will do the same thing for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, in other news, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria and its headquarters have been relocated to Lagos by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo. I've even forgotten his name because of how bleak he is, or how very, very bleak his duties are. All right, he has been sort of let's say variant. Let me use that word. He has been variant. You can't see him. All right, or he has been inactive. Let me use that word. Yes, Festus Keyamo has been inactive since coming into office. He visited few airports during his first few months, and then he stopped. And then some few weeks ago, he sacked some people, and then he told them that if they are here to take money for their pockets, they should indicate now. Who do you want to indicate that he came to take money from there, from the aviation sector? All right, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Management. All right, now he has finally relocated the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria headquarters to Lagos. All right, lots of people have perceived this very negatively, and some people have also perceived this very positively. But if you ask me, I see no reason why you should relocate the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria headquarters to Lagos. Now, a concerned group have come up in a press conference to support what Festus Keyamo has done. Please stay tuned for this video. I will tell you what I think after this video.
The Good Governance Watch initiative commends the federal government for thinking outside the box. It indicates that purposeful leadership is at play. Nigerians might need to be made aware of the positives the relocation of funds to Lagos will have on the country's economy. The Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development has taken a bold step in reforming the aviation sector in Nigeria through this decision. The minister displayed leadership foresight. He should be commended for this initiative. The decision to relocate funds from Lagos was a misnomer that encouraged waste of the country's scarce resources, as relocating to Abuja affected the agency's operational efficiency. It is also on record that FAN operates from makeshift office spaces in Abuja. At the same time, its former headquarters in Lagos is left to rot due to non-usage. This does not make economic sense. It was indeed for political reasons and not economic reasons. The former administration entrenched the abnormal trend, which amounted to a gross waste of government resources because FAN operates in Abuja, needs more office space, and reduces the agency's response time to crucial issues.
There will always be people that will support rubbish. Yes, let me use that word. There will be people that will support gibberish. Of course. Now, why are you relocating the FAAN headquarters to Lagos? What reasons have you? Abuja is the state capital. Yes, there is no mandatory law that says the FAAN HQ must be in Abuja or in the state capital, but it has been there. You cannot tell us that you will not be able to, enact your duties or to be able to deliver your duties from Abuja. If the FAN HQ is in Abuja, you can still do what you want to do. Relocating it to Lagos is another form of eating more funds. Yes, I don't know. It's not, you are not just relocating the documents and the offices, like let's say the imaginary offices. Okay, you are also relocating staff. They may relocate on their own accord, but there is a mindset with relocation. All right, why are you even relocating? So Festus Keyamo is acting somehow, and I feel he has a personal vendetta due to this relocation. But I will follow it up and see where it all ends. Alright, now, finally, a group which planned a press conference in favor of Dr. Betta Edu, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, in order to exonerate her from her fraudulent scandal that she has with the EFCC and the federal government, and to probe or to call for the immediate probe of Bello Matawalle, the Minister of State for Defense, over his alleged scandal of 70 billion naira. That press conference has been disbanded and the convener arrested. Nigeria is a very funny country. I am telling you. These people planned a press conference. Yes, they are very right. You can't just make Betta Edu the scapegoat. You have to probe people like Bello Matawalle. They are not sacred cows. You must probe them. You have to probe other people like Olatunji Ojo, who got involved. People like Femi Gbajabiamila, who got involved. So that group were trying to come up and say the truth, even though they looked like they were sponsored by Betta Edu. But they have been arrested, and their chief convener whisked away. He was arrested and taken to an unknown destination. Watch this video. See how empty the environment was. And then I'll tell you something after the video. Please stay tuned.
I'm doing a 360. Our media colleagues are under the tree there. Like, the tree trunk is blocking a lot of them, but people are seated there. 360. I'm back.
All right, that is that. Well, this group, I'm sorry for them, because they try to make people know the truth, and they try to bring some issues to limelight by calling for the immediate arrest and probe of Bello Matawalle over his scandal of 70 billion. But they have been taught a lesson by the police. I feel that these people were sent by these policemen who arrested these people, were sent by Bello Matawalle. This is politics in Nigeria. All right, this is politics. So you don't want to be probed. You don't want the press conference to hold, because you don't want people to hear what you have done. But you are happy that others are in trouble. Dr. Betta Edu is in trouble now, and you don't want people to call you out. Why are more ministers? Why are some ministers more equal than others? Why? Well, that is that about that particular group there, because I don't think they had planned this press conference. Where if they had done so, they would have had some security operatives. Even if they had, these security operatives who made this arrest were policemen. So I don't even know how it would have ended. But that's sad. Sorry for that civil society organization there. Please don't forget to like our videos, share them, drop comments for us in the comment section. What Asiwaju is trying to do in 2027 will not work. I implore all Nigerians to stand together and fight against fraudulent emergence of any president in 2027. See you next time. Bye.